He doesn't know I have a bike.
Oh, does it?
Nah. Where's my... Oh. It's happening for real. I'm going to see my father, who absolutely hates motorcycles. Hates. I should give some more context if you hadn't seen the video before, where I explain it all. Anyway. Now, a couple months ago, 3, I moved out of my home. Oh, my eyes itchy. I moved out of my house, and I just, let me restart. So, around 4 or 5 months ago, I was living with my dad because my parents had recently divorced. Well, not recently, like a year ago. And, what had happened was, well, I don't want to go into that. But anyways, the point is, my mom living alone, my mom living with my 2 brothers, 2 younger brothers, my dad's living alone, and I decided to live with my dad. So, with my dad doing my work, but it wasn't enough. So I left the job that I was at, and he's like, "What are you doing? You're not doing anything with your life. Get out." And I was writing a book at that time. I was doing content creation at that time with gaming stuff with my friends. I was trying to, not do the normal safe route. And, well, I guess that's not what he wanted. So I ended up moving out 3 months ago now. It was like November 3rd. And then November, December, and then we're almost at the end of January. And now... Am I up? No. Almost at the end of January. That's my boy. But, moved out, and I'm like, alright, screw it. I'm gonna do what I want. So, started working at Home Depot. I'm driving forklifts and yada yada. Just having a job so I can support where I'm living, and then I can do the shit I actually want to do. So, the shit I actually want to do, I'm writing a story, working on content creation, and I was like, you know what else I wanted to do? I also wanted to get a bike. And I've wanted to get a bike for a while, and the only reason I didn't is because of my dad. And I know he hates bikes, because the one time I've ever seen him even mention a bike is when I had a pamphlet from a dealership on a bike. And he stormed into my room when I had like 5 or 6 friends over, and he started like cussing me out, saying this is dumb, this better not be yours. Made an excuse saying it was my friends off a website, yada yada. And the last thing he said about that was, well, tell your friend he's gonna fucking kill himself. So out of that experience, and I find it quite clear that he does not like bikes at all. In fact, everything about what I'm doing is kind of completely against what he is and wants me to be doing, which is pretty unfortunate if you ask me, because I want to do my own thing. I want to be free. That's my biggest thing. And well, I can't be free if I'm finding just a job that's going to keep me trapped in the same place forever. That's just how I think. Other people think differently. It's fine with me. I don't care. It's just what I believe. And well, now I have a bike. And I haven't seen my father in 3 months since I moved out. So, you know, it's scary. I'm sure my voice is shaking a little bit. I think my voice is shaking. Because, you know, even if you're doing what you want to do and you're not going to change it, it's still like, you know, it's your father. It's your parent. You want them to love you. You want... Oh, man. You want them to accept you and be cool with you and want you to do your dreams and all that. Which, they can't do if they hate what you're doing. You know, and I don't know how he's going to react. So it's scary. Because, you know, it's just scary. Man, but she's worried for me, like really worried for me. So that's concerning, because she literally said she was praying for me. So it's not going to be good, whatever happens. But I do know this: I will not give up what I'm fighting for, what I fought for, what I've been doing the last 3 months. I won't do it just because of what he says. I will take what he says into thought. I will say thank you. I love you, Father. However, I cannot let you control this. This is, you know, it's my life at the end of the day. I've had this bike for less than a month, and I'm still very much learning. But it has been so much goddamn fun, and I never want to get off. Like, I'll find time, and I'll be like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ride, even if it is like fucking freezing out here. Holy bump! It is freezing out here. Not literally freezing, but woo! It is not warm. I tell you that. The only thing that really warms me up, which doesn't really warm me up, it just distracts me, is adrenaline. So, you know, where's my neck protector? It's not working. Oh, it's so goddamn cold. What am I stuck behind? Is that a car on a trailer? What is that? It is. It's like a little bug on a trailer. Or, is it? Yeah, it is. It's like a, what is that? Let's see. Oh, it's like a little mini truck. See, there we go. Now that's pretty. Look at that. Woo! That singular palm tree someone planted. It is cold, but look at that. What does it actually look like? I can't really... Oh, that's way prettier about the visor, I won't lie to you. Look at the way it reflects off the water. Oh! Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, did you hear that pop? I love it. I'm very thankful for this bike. I've only put like 500 miles on it. No, a little bit more than that. But, this stuff's super slick. I can feel it on the tire. With all that metal grating, that felt bad. Oh my god, another bike. I like never see bikes out here. Well, we're about here. Oh, yep, he's here. Ah, shit. This is scary, man. No barking. I'm a bike. It doesn't matter. I'm not in the way. Okay. I feel like I need a hype squad. Oh, man. Fucking A. It's a beautiful S2K.
Thank you very much. Yeah. We tried to sell it, nobody wanted it. We're like, okay, baby, you're ours.
Thank you so much, sir. My dad's about to fucking flip.
Hey, did he know you were here yesterday?
Nope. Nah.
Accidentally.
Yeah, he said that this is the place to go. He doesn't know I have a bike.
Oh, he doesn't?
Nah.
You're crazy, dude. You're crazy. You're crazy.
Is this my seat or that one?
Wherever you want. I think he's a junior this year. Alright.
Hugga.
Download Baldur's Gate 3.
He said,
Re-download Baldur's Gate?
Don't lose those.
Why?
Do it.
Alright, I will. Well, that went 100 times better than I ever could have expected, and I will explain it as soon as I'm not right here. Obviously, you know, I wasn't like, oh my god, that's so cool, obviously. I'll tell you what, he didn't freak out, which is what I expected. So, that's a positive. I think he's waiting for me. He might be. Nope. Alright, I'll follow. So, even with someone who will cuss me out for having a pamphlet over a motorcycle, he didn't cuss me out. He didn't yell. I mean, we're in a public space. He did literally say that he's holding himself back because we're in a public space. And I guarantee you, it would have been a lot worse if it wasn't. And I know he's going to have some harsh words later to himself. But, and probably his girlfriend, and by probably I mean will. So I showed up, looked at him, he noticed my eyes, and first thing he said is, "You're fucking crazy, man." And I was like, yo, I will take that reaction 1,000 times out of 10. Because I tell you what, dude, it could have been so much worse. Holy! Didn't like freak out and make noise all over the whole place. So, he said, "You're crazy, man, you're crazy." And kept himself quiet. This is as quiet as I've ever seen him at anything. You know, he was just very quiet, which is very unlike him. He's a very loud person in general. But, it seems to have been literally me staring myself the entire time, and everything seemed to be okay. If you are going to do this, and you are scared that he or she will do something, I fully recommend that you do it in a public area So they will have to calm down, basically. Because, you know, nobody wants to make a scene in the middle of a restaurant. So, if you're looking at this to see if you should do it, 100% you should, because the reality is that they will find out one way or another, whether it be from social media or from seeing it eventually. The point is that the longer you keep it to yourself, probably the more likely it is that you will start to feel bad, or the more you'll think about it. It's like, you don't want to just have them accidentally see you, or go to your house to surprise you and then your bike's there, whatever it may be. It's much better to I mean, obviously I can't say don't surprise him. I surprised him and he was like, holy shit. But in the end, it ended up being okay, and 90% of what I thought was going to happen was in my head. And the thing is that it wasn't just me who thought it was going to be bad. My mother, like I said in the beginning, was literally praying for me, saying, "Oh God," saying, "You're such a great young man. You're doing your best. Don't let whatever he says like get you down or whatever it may be." And well, when he asked what bike it was, I said I got a Kawasaki. He's like, "Kawasaki what?" I was like, "Oh, you know, the Ninja." And we actually know the owner of this restaurant. So every time he would come over, my dad was wearing black, and he would say, "Damn, Randy, you look like a ninja." He was making fun of him because Reggie knew that my dad didn't know. I told him right as I walked in the door, who is, like I said, the owner of that restaurant that we went to. And he was messing with him the whole time. But, like I said, when I told my dad he was a ninja, he's like, "Well, do you know the story and why they call them ninjas?" And I'm like, "No." And I'm like, "Well," he didn't actually explain why they're called ninjas at all. But then he switched topics, saying how helmets were made. He's like, "Well, you know why helmets were made?" I'm like, "No." And then he tells me, so it doesn't explain why helmets were made either. Obviously, they were made for protection. But he said back in the 90s and early thousands, anyone on a Ninja, a whole bunch of people, like 18, 19, 20-year-olds, were crashing and dying on Ninjas. But the thing is that it saved a lot of people because of their organs. And after they made the helmet, it actually made less people survive, but also more people survived because bikers survived more, but they had less organs to give to patients. So that was about the worst of it. And then as we were walking out the door, I walked out the door first. As the door was closing behind me, I can hear him say to someone, "My son, blah blah, fucking motorcycles." And that's that. And then he said, "Ride safe," or well, drive safe, but you know, it's riding. Said, "Drive safe, be careful," and that was it. He went to his truck, I went to the bike. Other than that, we watched the Seahawks and Rams game. Seahawks just barely won. My friend's about to be super happy about that. And that's that. It is as simple as that. I will take what happened tonight over any of the scenarios I was playing in my head, because all of those were so much worse for me and for anyone who's talking about doing it. Most of it is in your head, but I mean, hell, dude, that's with everything. And it just proved that to me tonight, that in the end, everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna still do what you want to do, and they are gonna do what they want to do. I'm not in his house. If I was in his house, 100% he'd tell me to sell it. I did genuinely ask him, do you want me to sell it? I will sell it if you want me to sell it. Of course I was gonna sell it and just get another bike. But that's not the point. The point is that he said, you will learn your lesson one way or another. And that was that. He obviously doesn't like it, doesn't want me to do it, but he's not genuinely trying to stop me, no matter how much he wants me to, or no matter how much he wants to. And this is, like I said, someone who wanted me to grow up in a Ford Ranger for all of my life. Well, not just a Ford Ranger, but didn't like cars, like normal cars. Like, they're too small, you don't want them on the road, you're gonna die. And now I'm on the smallest possible thing. Whatever situation's in your head, it's worse than what's gonna happen in 99.99% of cases. I've had cases where obviously it's the opposite. Like, there's no way it could be that bad, and then it is worse. You know, sometimes it's just how life is. But in reality, your creativity will be more dire than than what reality really is. You know?